Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And there's a lot of smaller news this week. First up, GGG made available the Oriath Mystery Box soundtrack for free. You can download it at this page, I'll put a link in the description below. And it's another music composed by Kamil, who's the sound engineer pretty much for GGG. We got an interview with him back couple weeks ago. It's probably a couple months ago, if not a year. But anyway, very interesting music, very good as usual. Also, we got a 3.4.1b patch notes, very quick patch. Mostly it's about bug fixing. Also, it fixed the solo ladder, which at some point broke and started considering the party play as well. Obviously, it was not intended, so now the ladders got reset. And after you completed a solo streak of at least 10, it started tracking again your progress. So it doesn't really matter for anyone who's actually trying to be in the top tiers of the delves, but it's still working better now, so really important as well. Also, for a while we haven't had any hideout showcase, and now it's back. I guess it's been enough time for people to build new hideouts. And there's definitely some very interesting ones, and I have no idea why these aren't loaded, but pretty cool ones. There's a lot of screenshots inside, some have videos as well, so definitely check those out if you like hideouts and hideout decorations. Also, we got some delve video highlights, mostly are rips of course, like number 1 hardcore rip, definitely really interesting and definitely history shaping for Path of Exile, even though not as much as they were before. Some really other interesting things like incredible crafting by ZiggyD, the trailer, the Azure Dragon from the trailer, which you could see here, pretty unexpected I guess. And well, some more things which are definitely interesting. If you like these kind of things, definitely check it out. Also, we got another monster battle royale. This time it's between all Val architects into one room, which is pretty much one platform, and there's a lot of architects actually. You can see who wins here. To be honest, I don't think anyone can really distinguish which architect does what anyway. But it's still pretty funny to see, and you can see which skills are stronger than other, or at least which ones looks pretty stronger. And well, it's definitely interesting, and I really like when GGG goes out of their way to make these kind of really weird things, which are definitely really interesting though. Also, we got on Friday the 3.4.2 patch notes, and this one had definitely some improvements other than a lot of bug fixes as usual. Also, a very important thing, Scourge Arrow, where now additional projectiles apply to the primary arrow instead of the thorn arrows. So this is definitely more interesting for the clear. If you don't need to fully charge it to clear packs, now it can actually be used in a decent way, I guess. And the number of thorn arrows at lower level has been increased to compensate. Pods are also distributed among all primary projectiles, which means that you kind of create an arc of pods instead of a line, how it used to be. Also, the line used to kind of go against walls and not appear at all. So hopefully now it works a bit better. Also, there's some improvements to the delves. So for example, all the stairs in the city outpost should work, hopefully, because it's really feels really bad when you get there and you cannot enter due to a bug. Also, you can go back to your last visited delve just clicking to the place you were the last time, which you could also do from the button, which is indicated by an arrow, but not everyone could see it. And there's also some other improvements. For example, poison and bleeding are like poison mods are not considered, or are now considered chaos mods, and bleeding mods are now considered physical mods for the purpose of crafting. This definitely fixes some crafting issues, and there's some other things which you can check it out if you're interested, but are kind of minor. Also, the kind of big news this week is the shared mine and sulphite rebalance, So first up, GGG thought that any new characters should have a new mine experience. However, they quickly realized by the lash that the community had on that, that they really needed to make the mines the same for all the characters on your account. So that's what's going to happen. So probably on Monday or something like that, the mines will be merged and you will lose your lower levels ones, definitely, which means that if you have some good encounters on your lower level devs, definitely do it in this weekend, otherwise you'll be kind of screwed. Also, the Sulphite will be rebalanced a little bit, because in the quarry you can really quickly get around 31 Sulphite, and it's 241 in tier 16s. However, the ratio is not that good, because tier 16 are so goddamn rare, and the time it takes to clear them and all the kind of stuff. You definitely just want to go quarry if you want to delve deeper. So what's gonna happen here is that in higher tier maps, the Sulphite will be much more. Also, though, the cost of the corresponding depth will be much higher, so that you will actually need this higher influx of Sulphite. Also, the item quantity bonus from maps will affect the Sulphite gains, which means that if you run harder maps, you will get more Sulphite out of those, and that should be pretty good. It should finally be worth it to run maps if you want to delve. Also, there will be a cap to the Sulphite cost per delve past delve 1000, so that it doesn't require exponentially more map to play in order to progress as you delve really deep. And this is definitely really good for players who actually want to delve really deep, and maybe just not play the maps as hard as they usually do. Because to be honest, delve to 1000 and beyond definitely takes a lot of effort, and definitely takes a good build. So it's still not something that if you have very little time to play you will do. So it just affects a lower level part of the population, but it is definitely important, because GGG really needs to retain the ones that are most interested into the game and most captured by the game itself. So anyway, that was all for this week. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Orzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.